Ladies and gentlemen, this afternoon, we have this man to speak to us and reinvent our future. Let's celebrate him.
That was so good, so good. Please let's get seated this afternoon. Wow. I think this is more than a conference. I like they call it home calling. Not just homecoming, ancestors calling. So you could see how they called my sister, Dr. Inia Bimbola. There was something different about her today. It's the spirit of our ancestors. Combining effort. Combining effort. You know, to say this is a root thing. You know, and very specially I want to say that legacy does not die. It actually multiplies. And so, legacy is not what you leave behind. Legacy is who you leave behind. The legacy of Ubon King is not about what he truly left behind. It's about who he left behind. And one of the people he left behind is the phenomenal, amazing, passionate woman who keeps carrying the passion, the fire of Ubon King in our own personal skin and doing it across the business, the foundation. If your hands are not busy, I want you to really clap and let's celebrate Ambassador Dr. Oyime Ubon King. Now I'm not feeling the fire. Clap really well for her. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. We truly honor you and we truly celebrate you. Amazing. And we're all looking forward to next year. You know, next year, you can see she's visionary. The 10th edition next year. We're looking at, and it's so amazing. Let me especially appreciate all the speakers. So I want to buy some time so that we can get over what Dr. Ini. I just said Dr. Ini should close. I'm sure you are feeling for me like, who speaks after her? You see that now. Who speaks after her? I appreciate Dr. Omego. Let's celebrate him. And let me say that he's going to blow your mind today. I'm telling you. So you don't know what you came here for, honestly. Too much of fire here today. Too much of fire. And I especially want to appreciate Mommy. Let's celebrate Mommy here. You know, and all other speakers, CEOs, government officials. I appreciate us. I want to share with you 3 things today that I believe would help you. And trust me, if I say it would help you, it would truly help you. I can't say that immediately it can transform you. I was doing a training yesterday for one of the greatest monarchs in this country. So I was with them for an entire week. And somebody in the team said, "Sir, you have just transformed my life." I said, "What does that mean?" He said, "My life has changed." I said, "What does that mean?" "That my entire life has changed." I said, "Oh, I know what you're saying. You listened to me, then you felt something sparked up." I said, when you live here, what you do determines whether you have been truly transformed or not. It is too early to say that your life changed. So that's why Dr. Ini said, when she comes back and you see her face on the billboard, you should say, "Wow, these are the things that have happened in my life. Thank you for Thinkation 2026. And these were the things I did with it." So very straight, let's go into these conversations. So I said to you that, you know, Ubon King believed that impact is louder than popularity. And I share in that sentiment. You know, I always ask people, what kind of person do you want to be? Do you want to be popular or you want to be powerful? It's one question you must be able to answer as a person. Do you want to be popular or you want to be powerful? Now, there's nothing wrong in choosing any of those two. You can be popular and you can truly be powerful. But if you are to choose one, so somebody asked me, what would you choose? I said, I want to be powerful. I don't want to be popular. I want to be powerful. I want to be in power rooms. I want to deal with powerful people. I want to be in powerful places. I want to do powerful stuff. Somebody else wants to be popular. And I said, that's why I run my life the way I run it. And these three things I believe would help you to be very powerful. We're talking about three things: resilience, reinvention, and personal mastery. Everybody repeat after me. Say resilience. Can you say it well? Resilience. Go higher again. Resilience, reinvention, personal mastery. Those are the three things I've come to say to you. Those three things. Now, the future does not depend on who is the wisest or who is the strongest. The future only belongs to people who are adaptable. People who are self-aware about themselves, and people who are self-intentional. So the future is not because you're wise, it's not because, but it's for those three people, and I want you to really take note of that. So we say resilience. What is resilience? Resilience speaks to your survival mode. That means if you are going to talk about resilience, you're talking about the place of surviving. Surviving. That's the phase of your life where you need a lot of strength. So Dr. Ine was speaking about her pain. And I hope you know that when she was speaking from the place of how she wants your pain to become a strategy and to make you purposeful in life. And not to sit down to say that this is where I came from, this is what has happened in my life. How do you evolve beyond that? In one of my days, I sat down with a group of therapists who help people to come out of their pain. And I said, all these people that you have brought out of their pains, what have you done with them? After they came out of their pain, what happened next? You can't be teaching people to get out of their pain all their lives. So if I get out of my pain today, you have lost me, because now I'm not in pain again. So I'm not a patient for your therapy again. How do you rise? The phase of resilience is the place of strength. Now, what is resilience? Resilience in my mind is not you proving or pretending that everything is okay. It's okay when everything is not okay. Tell your neighbor, it's okay when everything is not okay. And that's the truth. Resilience is not you trying to be perfect, to say, oh, everything is fine. No. Resilience just simply means you moving forward in spite of what is not okay. Does that make sense? Please write it down. You moving forward in spite of what is not okay. Of course, if you are born in Nigeria, I don't expect everything to be okay. You see that now? I don't expect everything to be okay. You are, by Global Competitive Index, GCI, you are already disadvantaged as a Nigerian. I know you will say, no, God forbid, though, I can never be disadvantaged. I understand you can wear your religious cap, it's okay. But I'm telling you, but from a national indices point of view, that you are an African is first a problem. Then you are now a Nigerian makes it worse. Then the part you came out from Nigeria, only you can decide. Because I don't think there's anywhere that actually gives you any advantage in this country. We are naturally disadvantaged. What we have as a continent, as a nation that we pride ourselves in, they are now our greatest disadvantages today. So it's okay when everything is not okay. It's okay when things are not moving well. It's okay when things are not fine. It's okay that you are suffering. It's okay that you've gone through a lot. It's okay that this happened to you. People betrayed you. It's okay that nobody helped you. I'm saying that resilience just means that how do you move on in spite of where you are? In spite of where you are. Resilience. So in Nigeria, for example, every day people cancel opportunities on you. Have you heard people say, come, I want to help you? And at the point when it gets to 50% of helping you, they bail out of you. Has it happened to you before? Let me see your hand up. If that has happened to you. Cancelled opportunities. Thank you. What about the economic pressure? Economic pressure. Very strong on all of us. Mental health struggle. Every day there's a struggle on your mental health. How many of us go through mental health struggle? Let me see your hands. You see that? Lots of uncertainty. Somebody asked me one day, then is soft life actually, can we really experience it in this country? I said, it depends on what you call soft life. You just have to reduce the texture of what you are measuring and call it a soft life. At least it can be softer than what is hard. Yes. Resilience is the decision you make when your days feel empty. When you don't feel the strength, when you don't feel the vigor, when you don't feel like doing anything. Resilience is what you do at those moments. And let me tell you something. These are the moments that actually make people. I've looked at it many times in my life. At what point do people truly break to go beyond where they are? How come 10 people, 50 people can start a journey and one person will emerge? After that, leaving the 49 people the same way they were 20, 30 years ago. The secret is resilience. There was a time, and even the person you celebrate, there was a time they felt like throwing in the towel to say, no, I'm not going to move forward on this. But in spite of it, they just looked for a look to energy and said, let's go a little further. Let's go a little further. One day I was driving by Yaba Market. For those who live in Lagos, or if you are into fabrics, you know a lot about Yaba Market. So I was driving past Yaba Market. I think that was like 7 years ago, 2020 or so. As I passed by, I missed my way on the bridge, so I had to go through the Yaba Market. Then I saw a man who was selling cotton. Listen to this story. He was selling cotton. And you know how you are driving and they just come near you and they are putting the thing into your car. You know, but I saw the face of the person selling the cotton. He was on face cap. And I said to myself, I think I know this face. I think I know this face. When I wound down a little bit, he ran to me thinking I was a customer. As he ran to me, I saw his face. I said, I think I know you. He said, from where? I said, is your name Ejike Ozulumba? He said, yes. He said, what is your name? I said, my name is so and so. He said, where do you know me from? I said, did you go to this school? Were you at this point? Was this your mother's house? He said, yes. I said, we were classmates. He looked at me, put the cotton up on his face, and walked out of me. And I felt he waited, because that would have been the day I would have truly helped him. But guess what? Shame made him cover his face to say, no, how can I be selling cotton? And I mean, see, the 90s, oh, how can I be selling cotton and seeing somebody that we went to school together? I'm begging you, friends, the point where you don't feel like doing anything is the time that you need to find strength to just move forward a little bit. It will make a difference in your life. Maybe some people had it so good, some people had it so great. But I mean, so I interviewed two people many years ago, I think in 2012. One said, I started my business with 10,000 naira. I started from the scratch, 10,000 naira, and I made it in life. Somebody said he also started from the scratch. He started with 10 million naira, and he made it in life. You see that now? I said, whether you look at it, but it depends on the way you look at it, they both started from the scratch. We are not all started at the same level. But I am telling you something. The way you were born is not your fault. If you die the way you were born, it's your fault. So you can't keep looking at your life and say, oh, I wish this uncle helped me. I wish this auntie helped me. My life would have been better. I'm saying if nobody helps you, in spite of that, build a resilient tilapia skin to say, I will shovel it out and I'll go do something within the legal framework of life. Does that make sense to you? Resilience. Look at somebody and say, be resilient. Tell somebody else again, say, be resilient. Please be resilient. I share with you a story. One day I went to, I don't want to do so much of storytelling, but I went to buy, I came back from school. So I wanted to buy food. And guess the food I wanted to buy? Don't think too far. I just wanted to buy gari, sugar, and granite. So I stepped out from my house, walked 3 blocks away. I saw the woman who sells granite. But in my own concept, I think all of us are poor. But the problem is some people become proud because of the immediate need that they produce for people. So for example, at that time, I think we had a grinding machine where we grind pepper, beans, corn, maize, and we're making money, but it's seasonal. Now, this woman sells gari, sugar, granite, and she's proud that we are poor and they are rich. You see that now? How much is gari? 1 naira. How much is sugar and granite? 50 kobo. I came in from school, walked up to this woman. I want to buy gari. She looked at me as a responsible customer. She said, how many? I said, 2. She said, what would you drink with it? I said, nothing. She said, why nothing? I hope you know that to afford sugar is luxury. Did you know that? You have to be creative in gari. I don't know if you understand how gari works. You know, but so there's one thing you will never find in my life. Bag of gari. You will not see it in my house. And it's not because of anything. I can afford it, but it's traumatic for me. So there can never be bag of gari in my house. Because if a human being is to take 2 in a lifetime, I think I've taken for 10 people. So let me give you an idea of how it works. The first day you can take gari alone. When you come back on Tuesday, you have to use gari and salt. We always have salt. Then 3rd day, you will take gari, and if you see fried fish, you take it. Now, by the time you get to the 4th day, you have nothing to mix with the gari. Please don't put water in that gari. Don't put water. Put that dry gari in a frying pan. Warm it a little bit. Put some palm oil. Cut some pepper and onions. You don't know what they call garium sulfate. You mix it together. But how many of you have eaten that before? So, can you see? Can you see? So you don't think it's just my poverty is unique? No. That we are all Nigerians we are all at the same level. And I hope you know when you eat that gari, it's sweet. Try it. You will love it. Somebody did like this. It's called gari jollof. And that's how we feed every afternoon. Not for 1 week, not for 1 year, not for 10 years. So you now come and say you want to give me a gift of gari. God will punish that person. So the woman says, okay, 2 gari, pay me. Then I said, where's the money? I said, can I give you later when we make some business or when my parents come back? She dragged the 2 gari from my hand. And she looked at me, Stanley, am I responsible for your father's misfortune? Let me tell you, I think that woman is a hero in my life. Nobody has ever spoken to me like that before. That woman is a hero. It's a hero that I love from afar. Nobody was that bold to tell me. And it is true, my father, we are in misfortune. It's just that we will just be angry. But we're actually in misfortune. And what she said was true. She's not the one responsible. She took the gari from me. And I started crying. And I was walking away. As I was walking away, the woman called me. Said, come back. I came back. She threw the gari at me. Friends, what do you think I should do to somebody who does that to me? I should walk away, right? Dropped the gari into the tray back. Well, what do you think I should have done for self-worth? My mental health. My mental health was being touched. My mental health was being affected. Hunger never plenty now. So I'm sorry. I'm sorry to disappoint you. I'm sure some of you thought I was angry and I walked away. I'm sorry to disappoint you. Even with the insult, I collected the gari and I thanked the woman. I soaked it. I was crying because I needed to be alive to be able to make my point. Some of you, you are angry. You don't like food. Don't worry. There are two things I cannot reject when I'm angry. I cannot reject food. I cannot reject money. No, I won't. I share with you another story. I want to believe it was an NPA, Nigerian Port Authority. So I went for a training. I did a training for about 5 hours. It was a corporate retreat for them. So they brought all the branches in Nigeria, showed up there. Beautiful time. Finished after 4 hours, like, okay, this is good, this is great. And then, when you are done, you see people want to say hello to you, exchange your numbers. It's typical of every conference. So I saw people on the line. Oh, how are you, sir? Can we exchange cards? Beautiful. Then I spotted somebody from afar. And see, let me tell you, if you have ever come in contact with me, and in case you have a negative impression, or have a negative impression about you, I can never forget you. It's a gift. So I spotted somebody from afar. And I was thinking, and I was attending to somebody. And I was saying, is it him? Is it not him? Is it not him? So the people in front of me, they just noticed that the line started moving fast. I wanted to see. Then this man came to me. And this man said, no, it was not an NPA. No. This story happened at NPA. But the training was somewhere else, I remember. I think it was CIBN or something. So as we stood, the man said, your speech was incredible. I said, thank you, sir. He said, can I have your number? I said, sure. He said, I want you to do this for all our staff in Nigeria. I said, I like the sound of that. And the man says, can I have your number? I said, you have my number. The man looked at me. He said, there's no how I would have met somebody like you in my life, and I would not have kept relationship. When he said that, I smiled. I said, were you working at NPA office so year? He said, yes. Was your office number so? He said, yes. Was your telephone, the big telephone, was it always under your desk, under your table? He said, do you know me before? I said, do you remember that one day there was somebody hawking on the street of our Papa Wharf, and you said, oh, I want to help you, you should not be hawking? He said, me? I said, let me take you further. When you poo-poo, you will not remember. But the person will pack is laminated. So I said to him, you brought me. And this was what happened. He was genuinely interested in me. He saw me hawking on the road and he said, oh, I want to help you. Oh, thank you. So I showed up in his office. He said, see me for 9 a.m. I mean, at that time, what did he see me hawking? I was hawking ice water. Do you remember ice water? That Santana nylon of gari. You pour water into it through a sieve and you put some block of ice on it. He saw me doing that and he felt, no, you should not be suffering. And guess what he said? He said, I want to help you. If somebody says 9 a.m., that I should show up 9 a.m., if my destiny combined together is to be selling water, you can see that there's a problem with that destiny. I'm coming back to that story. I just remember what happened between myself and Dr. Cosmas Maduka last year. So Dr. Cosmas Maduka, a very senior friend I respect, he showed up in my office. He said, I just want to say hello to you. I want to come to your house and spend some time with you. I said, thank you, sir. So he now said, let us pray. I should lead a song. Guess the song I led? Come and change my destiny today. Come and change my destiny. I've never thought of that song in my life. The destiny today, your name is Yahweh. I just noticed I was the only person singing. So I wondered, okay, what's going on? By the time we finished, I said, Brother Cosmas, why didn't you sing? You vexed for me? He said, no. He said, the song does not, it has nothing to do in my life. I said, like how? He said, you want me to change this destiny that I have? He said, to what? A billionaire already. He said, that to what? I don't mean I'm the one that needs to change my destiny. That was a joke. Back to the story. Where did I stop? Akwa Ibom. I too like gist. You like gist. So what time should I get there for 9 a.m. meeting? I mean, what use my destiny? Even if I go and sell water,
and sell them quickly, go and sell and come back. Maximum, I make about 15 naira a day. A day. So someone says, I want to help you. So I got there 7:30. This man did not remember. It was 8:30, 9, 10 a.m., 11 a.m. This guy shows up 11:30. But you know you can't complain. Have you ever been through that condition in your life where you know that how this person is treating you is unfair, but because you don't have a result in your life to contest it, you just keep quiet? How many of you have been there? Let me see your hands. Guess what happened? Foolish me. When he came, I prostrated to greet the man. The man said, oh, gentleman, I'm sorry. I forgot I gave you an appointment. When have you been here? I said, 7:30. He said, oh, my God. And I started apologizing to him. I said, sir, no, you should not be angry. I should be the one angry. You have something good to do with your life, but you chose to help a boy who is helpless. I said, thank you, sir. The man looked at me and said, no, I like boys like this. You have a future. He said, follow me. I followed him as a lad. And we branched a place where they were selling food. You know, when a man says, I want to help you, I saw him as an angel. It's one thing for the man to be so sensitive to your needs, to say that this guy has been in my office since 7:30 and he had no food to eat. We branched at a place where they were selling food. I said, this guy is not just a helper. It's the angel sent by God. So we went there. He stood, greeted the woman. But I got bothered a little bit because when I got there, we stood for 10 minutes. Then I saw other people coming in, sitting down. Nobody told me to sit down. So I got bothered. Then I saw people ordering for their food. Some people had eaten and they left. That's at 20 minutes. I was still standing. I got bothered. I was just wanting to hear, please sit down. What do you want to eat? In my head, I know what I want to eat. We used to mix rice, beans, and spaghetti. I don't know if you eat those things. There's a way we run it together. You know, so, yeah. I knew what I was going to eat. Then the next thing I heard was a colloquial English. He said, Naim be that? He said, Naim. He don't come. He don't come. This one goes, Sabi walk, so. He said, Sabi where? He dey walk out where? So as I was hearing that, I was like, do you know Isaac? That Abraham was in front of him and they had wood. They have matches or stones that will bring out fire. One thing was missing, sacrifice. And so Isaac had to ask, say, I just want to know in case it's me you are thinking about. Yes. So I was wondering, who are they talking about? I was rejecting it, but I knew in my heart that it was me. Then the woman said, make it start now. Then what does that mean? Guess the help the man wanted to do for me. To get me a job with the woman selling food. I'll be washing plates. There was one Muron called Ngozi. Came out from the backyard where she was washing plates. As they said, make it start, she ran out, brought a yellow Maggie Cube coverall. Do you remember that coverall? Maggie Star. Wore it, tied it at the back, gave me my JD. You know my JD was? Wash plates, serve food, bring it back, collect money latest 4 p.m. And as she finished, the woman looked at me, final clause, and my money no they miss. How much am I earning a day? 7 naira. You know, I looked at my helper. You know me, I'm the helpee. He is the helper. I still cannot talk. You know why? He that is on the ground cannot be afraid of a fall. Your life doesn't make sense. Go back to the story. So we met at that event. And I said, were you that man? He said, I can't remember this experience. But everything you have said about me, my office, my telephone, he said, that was me. And I said, that was you? I said, I was that lad that you did that to. You know what he said to me? That there's no how I would have met you and I would not have kept in touch with you. What's the difference? Resilience. Everybody shout resilience. I don't like the energy. Shout it to us, say resilience. Because as you are saying that, you are communicating with yourself and you know the area you need to move in spite of what has happened to you. Dr. Ini said that your background should not be powerful enough to put your back on the ground. It's resilience. Let's go to the second one, reinvention. Everybody say reinvention. Say it to us, say reinvention. Now, when you become resilient, some people stop at that phase. They stop at that phase. They think that's all that they need to be able to move. Can I tell you something? Resilience helps you to survive the storm. Reinvention helps you to adapt to the storm. You see that now? There's a difference. Surviving a storm does not mean your life is truly transformed. There's something called adaptation. In leadership, there's something called adaptive leadership. You must learn to adapt. Now, what is adaptation? Let me speak a little bit on that, and I think it will help us. In fact, let me say it this way. If you don't reinvent yourself, life will help you do it. If you are not consciously reinventing yourself, life will design you the way he sees fit. Yes. And when life is making you, it won't do it nicely. It won't be nice. This is at the point where some people will return back to the point they were in before they became resilient. And they will say, I've done all that I could. You won't say, I don't try. See all these things I've attempted. See what I've done. What has come out of it? Something is missing. It's reinvention. Reinvention. I've seen people who have a degree, small degree, they are proud. Now, if somebody says, I have GCE today, how does that sound to you? But you know those days, when someone says, I have BSc, how does it sound? Like something massive, big. Your standards are small. So you got, so one day I was doing a paper in Accra. Was it at Shesi University or where? So I was doing a paper and I was asking professors. Because for you to be a professor, you must be professing something. And I found out that these professors have not read anything in 10 years. You know what they're working with? The old knowledge, the old paper. And when I tell you that in Nigeria we're not okay, every school you went to, we are about 15 to 20 years backward in our curriculum. I have a bias for education, and I can tell you that from the place of research. So you are hustling and reading to go and read something that is a cake, that does not have capacity to produce a great future. So if you now look at the educational system of this country, the fact that it does not have capacity to be able to produce great people in the future, it means you have to reinvent yourself. You have to look beyond what you are learning, who is teaching you, and all that you are getting there to say, I need to reinvent myself. So you go to school, really? Then you go to school for yourself. There are things that school cannot teach you. There are things that school cannot teach you. Reinvent yourself. There are trainings you need to get. See, one day I bought a book worth $1,000. At a point in my life where $1,000 makes me think I've made it in life. It was a lot. $1,000 on a book. But guess what? I tell myself, if I know everything that is inside that book, I'll be able to buy anything I need in my life. It's reinvention. Thank you. Is that a love letter? See, there are three kinds of people in life. There are people who are comfortable players. Everybody say comfort players. They like stability. They like to avoid risk. Those ones, they will always say, that's how we've always done it. I see stuff like that. What I do makes me see a lot of people like, that's how we've always done it. When I was in MTN, now I'm in Etisalat. That's how we've always done it. That's how it should be done. That's a comfortable player. Those kind of people don't reinvent themselves. There are some people that are called chaos players. Chaos players. They are very chaotic people. No focus, no mastery. Know nothing about anything. They're just floating. They are really dangerous people. But there are people that are creators. Creators, they learn fast. They adapt. Somebody asked me one day, can you help me with so tons of diesel? Do you know somebody who can do it? I say, I do it. There's no business you ask me that I don't do. Abi, you don't do it? If I ask you now that I need so tons now, you say, no, I don't do it. Let me get. No, I do every business. Every business. There are many businesses I've done that I didn't do directly. I'll just supervise to ensure the quality of what they are doing. So you can see outsourcing is good. Those ones learn fast, they experiment in life, but they build skills, they build systems. So you ask yourself, which one are you? Comfortable player, a chaotic player, or a creator? And I move to the last one. What's number one? Resilience. Say it out. What's number one? What is number two? Reinvention. So number three, let's get to the last one and we go. Personal word, mastery. Remember I told you that if I say resilience is surviving the storm, it means that reinvention is what? Adapting to the storm. Now, personal mastery is you now becoming the storm controller. You know what that means? You improve yourself to a point where you can now control storm. That's mastery. It's mastery. You see, if the same thing that happened to you 10 years ago happened to you 5 years ago and it's happening to you now and breaking you down, you have not learned anything all through the process. You can't keep suffering for the same thing. And that's the mindset of the comfortable players. That's how it has always been. That's how it has always been. You must become a master storm controller. What does that mean to you? Let me say it in a few words and we close. When you see a storm, in fact, no, let me go this direction. Before you can master money, I'm building a foundation for Dr. Omegu now. Before you can master money, you will first master you. He will tell you a lot about that. Before you say, oh, I want to make money, I want to become wealthy, or I want to have influence. Now, before you master influence, before you master money, you must master you. There's something called self-leadership or mastery of self. And this has to do with three things. Number one, your mind. Everybody say mind. You know, sometimes when people talk, you see, when you open your mouth, and so I don't really talk so much. And only God can open people's eyes to know what I think when I'm quiet. Because sometimes when people open their mouth to talk for 10 minutes, what's going on in my mind is, how can somebody, no, forget about what the person said. There's something wrong with the content inside this person. How does he think? How does she think? There are people I love to go with in life because I love the way they think. I love the content in their mind. You've not mastered you. When they shake you, what comes out of your mind? Shakira dance. How many of you have truthfully done the Shakira? I know you won't raise your hand. You won't answer me. Listen. What's your content? What's the content of your mind? You can love an idea about people, but you ask yourself, you see, they are not building outside in, they are building inside out. In transformational leadership or in systems thinking appropriately, we start from the place of insight before we build out. So you start from behavior. Then from behavior, you move to systems and structure. Then from systems and structure, you move to mental model. The mind. Check the mind of an average Nigerian. See, Dr. Ini was talking passionately because she wants to do something to your mind. You see, at the end of the day, we don't want you to get out of the place to now tell us what we have said. No. It should be that something happened to your mind and you stepped out of here and you said, I cannot be the same again. That could just be the summary of all you have heard since the morning. Your mind. What's the content? What's the content? Please reduce your social media time. Except that's where your business, even when your business is there, employ somebody to do it. It's doing something to your mind. What kind of people do you hang around? What's the quality of your thoughts? It's something to ask yourself. Not just your mind. Number 2, action. Personal mastery has to do with the mind. Then number 2, your action. When I mean action, I'm talking about your daily habits. Now, the diary of greatness is in your daily routine. Does that make sense to you? No, these guys are quiet on me. Does that make sense to you? The diary of greatness is where? In your daily routine. So there's no day that is called a day of greatness. Every day is a normal day. Every day is just usual. There's no day that is called great day. The diary of greatness is in your daily routine. So it means that we need to check what is in that routine. Then time and opportunity can now play in your favor. Yes. Please check what is happening. Your daily habits, time management, proper energy deployment, spending time on yourself. One day somebody asked me, he said he heard that I read 5 hours a day. He said, even till now with your schedule? I said, yes. He said, which exam are you preparing for? I said, no exam. He said, then why are you preparing? I said, the exams of life, exams of school have timetable. Exams of life have no timetable. So I don't try to get ready. I live ready. Action. Your daily habit is what will produce the big dreams in your heart. And the last one is the place of your positioning. It affects your personal mastery. Positioning there, I'm talking about skills. There are skills that you must have. They make you valuable. So sometimes you begin to ask yourself, oh, I just want to meet this person. I just want to know this person. I ask you, what skill do you have to exchange for value? And let me tell you something, how mentorship works. People are tired of lifting people from the ground, though. I'm just on behalf of the mentors, I'm telling you. They have moved past that many years. They can't afford to start again with somebody who is on the bare floor. If you carry it a bit like this, they can help you. If you move it a bit, they will push you. If you just say, no, it's only me, Nigeria happened there too. Sit down there. Sit down there. Go for skills. Some people, when I share some things that happen to me, they'll say it's a miracle. It's not a miracle, it's skill. Some things you call miracle, it's not miracle, it's skill. Proper positioning. There are skills that make you valuable. There are skills that make you visible. So it's not the vibes, the vibes. This generation has vibes, it's value. You must bring value, even in mentorship, value. In the organization, value. To people, value. You see, some people come to ask me, please, can you mentor me? I say, honestly, you'll be disappointed by what I say. Why? I don't have capacity to mentor you. They said, what do you mean? So I said that you hate me. I said, no. He said, do you know what it means to truly mentor somebody? You can't do many. You can't do too many. So in a year, I'll pick 20 people. So I have like 3 sets of people in my mentorship scheme. I have like a 10 CEO that I sit with. And I pour fully into them all that I know. I have 20 mid-tier people that I spend time with. No matter the number, you stay on the waiting list. 20. Then I have a general list where people can just go and be watching every other thing I say. And I'm not committed to them. Because I don't think that I can truly mentor. I can inspire a lot of people. But mentorship is a very strong word. There's no time for me to tell you the meaning of the word mentor. It was actually the name of somebody. It's not an English word. It was the name of the one who was going to the battle, took his son to the other person and said, I'm going for battle. I'm not sure I will return. Please take my son, mentor, and keep him. Treat him as though you are his father. So how many people can I really treat as though I'm their father? Let me say this to you and let's close. What will happen in the next 12 months of your life is how you have reinvented yourself. And it will show if you have truly reinvented yourself. We are here today because of Ubon King. Ubon King did not just build success, he built people. Today we talk about his legacy. His legacy is living on because he chose to be resilient. He chose to reinvent himself. And he got mastery over his life. If Ambassador Dr. Uyime did not reinvent herself and map out her life, she may have been stuck by now. And all she'll be doing is to be crying. My husband died. If not that my husband was alive. My husband. If my husband were to be alive now, I would have sent these children to school. That's not her story. That's not her story. And you say, assuming my husband was here now, you would not have dropped out of school. Our children didn't drop out of school. The business is moving forward. The foundation is moving forward. That's what they call reinvention. So, Mrs. King, I really salute your leadership. I salute your courage. I salute your consistency. I think the world is not yet ready for what will come out of Ubon King Foundation, even as we step into the 10th year. So to everybody here, my final words to you. It's not your fault what may have happened to you, but you have to recover. And recover fast. And tell your first self you need to recover fast. As you're recovering, reinvent yourself. Even iPhone is changing every year. You can't be the same yesterday and forever. Change yourself. Reinvent yourself. And guess what? Put new things and good things into your heart. I'm telling you, if you do these things I've told you, Uyo is too small. Akwa Ibom is too small to be your stage. So guess what? Master yourself really well and produce a future for yourself that you desire. Ladies and gentlemen, that is where I'm going to stop this afternoon. I hope I've been able to help you. Okay, let me. MC, so sorry. And can we clap for the MCs? They have done so well. Give me that. Thank you. And help me celebrate this lady. She just traveled from Lagos just to come and cover me. Help me celebrate her. Thank you, Doreen. Now, Doreen does a very great work in this country. How many of you ever heard about a Dubai girl story online? That they tied her face and she began to talk about how she got into prostitution. And her father led her into it. That was online. How many of you saw that story online? Beautiful. The Dubai girl story. It was from the organization called Blossom Network. And she runs that organization. She's the CEO, doing great work, rehabilitating women across the entire country, putting up centers for them, and she's doing a great job. I have a few books that I think you may get. Some of you may never meet me again. This is my second time in my entire life in Uyo, and I had reasons not to have come. I was in 3 states in one day yesterday. 3 states in one day. It means that the third place I was going to must be that it was so important to me. And thinkation is very important in my heart. And I tell you that. We may not meet again, but I can leave a little bit of my breath with you that you can come into contact with that can help you. I have a book here called Networking Your Way to the Top. The only bad thing about this is that I'm not sure they have up to 30 or 50 books here because of travel. I have a book called Networking Your Way to the Top. How do you truly and practically network? Time will fail me to share certain stories with you. But every greatness you've seen around me, the blessing, the second greatest blessing in my life is the blessing of networking. Networking. Very powerful thing. I shared how I have served as a personal and private advisor to about 16 governors, over about 3 presidents of different nations, and about 12 mayors across the world. I think it will help you very strong. Networking your way to the top. I have one here called Stay in Your Process. In 2005, I lost all I had. Though it was small money at that time, but it was a lot for me. I lost about $150,000. I almost died. Everything in uniform was looking for me, including Boy Scout, that can do nothing to me. Everywhere I see people in uniform, I feel like they have come to arrest me. And one day they truly came to me at the airport. But I'll share that story next year. Stay in your process. You see this book, I wrote it in 2 hours in tears. After writing it, I tore the book and I deleted it on my laptop. And when I deleted it, myself and my senior friend, Brian Tracy, were talking. And Brian Tracy said I should send him quotation for something. He's supposed to do something in Africa. He wanted me to do it. He said, send me the quotation. So I sent it to him. When I sent it to him, the next email I saw was, this is good. I love it. I love it. When did you write this? Write what? You asked for invoice. I went to check what he saw. Alas, I didn't send him the invoice. I mistakenly sent him the soft copy I thought I had deleted. And he said, I liked it. I said, you like what? What I had already thrown away. He said, let's produce it. Brian Tracy said, I will forward this book. Let's put it out to the world. And truthfully, I was just looking at him and said, this guy does not know. Then he wrote a forward for the book. We released the book. First week, 10,000 people picked it up as though they were under a spell. Then it dawned on me that people are so much in pain in this country and they need to get better. One read under 30 minutes. It's called Stay in Your Process. Don't look at what you are going through. Look at where you are going to. There are other books that you will find. I have a book called From Street to Forbes. I told you a few of my stories. I actually lived on the street for 10 years of my life. The person talking to you does not look like it. We go through hell, we come out smelling like heaven. One day, I saw my name on Forbes. Who am I? I didn't cry like Dr. Ini, and I didn't stretch my leg. I may not have all the drama, but it was truly an experience for me to say one day, I can be on Forbes. How did that happen? I present to you From Street to Forbes. There are other books you will find there, but those 3 books I highly recommend. Ladies and gentlemen, I think it's just been a great, great privilege to be part of you in Akwa Ibom Thinkation 2026. And I hope to see you again. Listen, the next time I will see you, you will be 1,000 times bigger than this. Some of you will be flying together on air. You will be on your own private jet. I will be on mine. Our plane will almost collide. Oh, these guys don't believe it. Let me talk to these guys. Our plane will always collide, and you will say, no, I'm the one. I said, have I met you before? I'll say, I have never met you. You will say, I have met you before. I will say, where? You will say, we met at Thinkation 2026. And from that day, I reinvented my life. Now I have gained mastery, and my life is better. And I will give you thumbs up, because we would always meet at the top. Thank you very much.
When you dream big. As big as the ocean blue. When you dream it might come true. When you dream big. And when you laugh, be sure to laugh out loud, 'cause it will carry all your cares away.
Wow. Wasn't that powerful? And it's still not over. We still have 2 powerful speakers that are coming on stage. You shouldn't leave. Please. Thank you very much, Prof. Thank you. Thank you for blessing us with the things that God has blessed you with. And every time we reach out, you don't hesitate. You're always there to advise us, and we don't take that for granted. God bless you. God bless you. We look forward to doing more with you. And on behalf of the Ubon King Foundation, the Legacy Planning Team, I present this token of our heart and love to you. Thank you very much. Thank you. They will help you. They will help you carry it down.
Congratulations, Prof. Thank you very much.